like she always hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months saying I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't feel.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Buffalo Bills. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds Corey Davis. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. It's Mixon on the counter. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. Mixon. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down.
At the 25-yard line.
To throw again, Jackson. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete to Mark Andrews.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people...
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, what a juke into space. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 47-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
That's all you got!
And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points. So that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, he'll try it out there for the next one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now left side on the swing pass. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Jets 14. Bills.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Cal, Ashton Davis. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, a give to Mixon. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Out of the gun now on third down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Mixon with it. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Nice play there by Ed Oliver. That's why he went 9th overall when he came out of Houston back in 2019.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively. 2nd and 13. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and
the Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
2 yards. It's 4th down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as they stop him. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
He's brought down at his own.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
26 Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Wide, get wide.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Back to Mixon on 1st down. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
2-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Mixon with a first down carry. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Buffalo.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Play action. It's Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Jackson's
and he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
1st and goal.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills draw a bit closer.
The kick is
and he puts it through.
Makes the score Jets 14, Bills 7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
On third down, Mixon. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Bills.
They run with Breida. Room here to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And the Bills first down.
They go play action with Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 35. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Third and goal, Jackson. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now they run with Mixon. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
And the 41. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw complete to Herndon. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 25-yard line. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. It's Coleman here. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. The holding penalty, that puts him in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Mark Andrews. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. Going left side, it's complete.
Jackson's pass.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he uses quickness to make a play.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Down and the 11.
Operating from the gun. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Jackson.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Matt Milano gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he didn't quite have the bag spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense... And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Cal, Ashton Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Jets 24, Bills 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jackson over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now we'll get whistles, and they signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish.